As you know, the BJP government has proposed amendments to the 2013 land acquisition law. The Congress party opposes these amendments 100%. These amendments have been passed in the Lok Sabha and they have to come to the Rajya Sabha. In the Rajya Sabha, the Congress is opposed to it, Samajwadi Party is opposed to it, Bahujan Samaj Party is opposed to it, Trinamool Congress is opposed to it, and JDU is opposed to it. Certain allies of the BJP, like Shiv Sena, are also opposed to the amendments. Therefore, these amendments cannot be passed in the Rajya Sabha. That's the first point I want to make here. What the government will do, I can't say. But all I can say is the amendments that the Modi government has brought will never be supported in the Rajya Sabha. Why is the Congress party opposed to these amendments? There are 5 important reasons why we are not accepting the amendments made by Mr. Modi and his colleagues. First, the amendments do away with the consent of farmers before acquisition. This is very important. The 2013 law said for private companies, when government acquires land, 80% of farmers must give their written approval. 80%. And for public-private partnership, PPP projects, 70% of the farmers must give their approval. So 80% for private companies and 70% for PPP companies. That was a 2013 law passed by the Congress government. Amendments removed the consent clause. So now government can acquire land forcibly without the permission of farmers. This is our first fundamental objection. Second fundamental objection is that in the 2013 law, once the land was acquired, if for 5 years that land was not used, it goes back to the farmer. 5 years, you had to use the land. If it was not used in 5 years, it had to go back to the farmer. Now, the amendments put an unlimited time on the person who has acquired the land. So you can sit on the land for 15 years, 20 years, 25 years. So this is our second objection. Our third objection relates to industrial corridors. For example, now Bangalore to Chennai industrial corridor, or Visakhapatnam to Chennai industrial corridor is being talked about. The 2013 law allowed for acquisition of land only for the industrial corridor. Now what the amendments do, you can acquire land 1 kilometer on the right of the industrial corridor and 1 kilometer left of the industrial corridor. So not just for industrial corridor, but for 1 kilometer on one side and 1 kilometer on the other side. So what will happen? Private builders or some other private land developers will use that land. That land will not be used for industrial corridor. So this is our third objection. Our fourth objection is to do with the retrospective clause. In the 2013 law, those farmers whose land was being acquired under the old 1894 Act, but who had not taken compensation, were entitled to increased compensation under the new Act, which meant they would have got 4 times the compensation. If my land was being taken under the old Act, but I had not accepted the compensation, then I was entitled to the new Act 4 times the compensation. And hundreds of thousands, lakhs of farmers in India were going to benefit from this. This door has now been closed. No retrospective application of the law. So those farmers who had not taken old compensation, who were entitled to new compensation, now will not get the new compensation. And our fifth objection to the amendments is that in the 2013 law, before you acquired land, for 6 months, you had to do social impact assessment. For 6 months, you had to do a social impact assessment. Why? Social impact assessment was done to ensure no acquisition of excess land. Social impact assessment was done so that multi-cropped irrigated land is not acquired. And social impact assessment is done to ensure that land acquired for public purpose is not used for some private activity. So social impact assessment was compulsory, and that had to be done within a period of 6 months. The amendments remove the social impact assessment. So without social impact assessment, you can now acquire the land. So these are the 5 fundamental differences between the 2013 law and the 2015 amendments, between the Congress law and the Modi government's amendments. First, no consent. Second, the 5-year clause has been removed. Third, no retrospective application. Number 4, corridor. You can take 1 kilometer of land here, 1 kilometer of land there. And number 5, no social impact assessment. It is because of these 5 reasons that the Congress party will never agree to these amendments. We want the 2013 law to come back. I want to make 2 more points and then I'll answer your questions. First, the 2013 law was passed after 2 years of public consultations. States were consulted, farmers were consulted, political parties were consulted. It took 2 years and all political parties supported that law, 2013 law. Everybody supported it, including BJP. Sushma Swaraj suggested 2 amendments in the Lok Sabha. They were accepted. Arun Jaitley suggested 3 amendments in Rajya Sabha. They were accepted. The bill went to a standing committee of Parliament. Chairman Sumitra Mahajan, now Speaker of Lok Sabha, BJP Member of Parliament. 26 out of 28 recommendations of standing committee accepted. So the 2013 law was done in a most democratic manner. But the 2015 amendments have been done in a dictatorial manner. First, ordinance was issued, no discussion took place, and then amendments came, and because of the majority of the BJP in the Lok Sabha, it was pushed. So 2013 law was a democratic law. 2015 amendments, dictatorial amendments. 2013 law replaces 1894 law. 2015 amendments bring back 1894 law. So we will fight these amendments both in Parliament and outside Parliament. We have public agitations in all states of the country, including recently in Tamil Nadu. We will continue to oppose these amendments. We will take the support of like-minded political parties. And personally, I would like to see even the ruling party in Tamil Nadu to recognize that these amendments are dictatorial in nature. They are anti-farmer. They do not benefit the farmers. And personally, whatever our political differences, we would like even the ruling party in Tamil Nadu to be on our side. Because by being on our side, you are being on the side of farmers. One argument that Mr. Narendra Modi has given, which I want to completely demolish. Mr. Narendra Modi in his Mann Ki Baat said that these amendments were required because of defense and national security. Let me state very categorically that Mr. Modi was wrong. He did not speak the truth. Under the 2013 law, defense and national security projects do not require consent, do not require social impact assessment. So under the 2013 law, already defense and national security is exempted. And therefore, you don't need these new amendments. The second argument he has given, which is also completely false, is that government projects will get delayed. Again, I want to state categorically that under the 2013 law, government projects do not require consent. They require only social impact assessment. And that social impact assessment, maximum period is 6 months. So, to summarize, the Congress Party will continue to oppose any attempt to dilute the 2013 land acquisition law. We believe that this is an issue of fundamental importance to farmers, to farm labor, to landowners across the country. And the amendments that Mr. Modi's government has brought reflect the deep-seated anti-farmer attitude, anti-farmer approach of the Modi government. And I appeal to all political parties, particularly the ruling party in this state, to recognize the true nature of these amendments. Mr. Modi is not speaking the truth. And if you really look at these amendments, the farmers of Tamil Nadu will be hurt. The landowners of Tamil Nadu will be hurt. The farm labor of Tamil Nadu will be hurt. So it is in the interests of farmers, farm labor and landowners that these amendments must be opposed.
ADP has already supported the legislation in Lok Sabha. Do you believe that they will reverse their stand in Rajya Sabha? But will you personally make an appeal to the High Command of ADP directly?
All I can say is that the AIADMK has an opportunity in the Rajya Sabha to demonstrate its support for the farmers, farm labor, and landowners. Yes, I know that the AIADMK has supported these amendments in the Lok Sabha, but it has to come to the Rajya Sabha. And my purpose in coming here today, one of the purposes is to expose the true character and nature of Mr. Modi's amendments. He is not putting the full facts on the table. And the 5 reasons I have given you are the fundamental reasons why these amendments must be opposed. So I am hopeful that all political parties who claim to be pro-farmer, pro-farm labor, pro-landowner, I am hopeful that all political parties will see the light of day. By the way, there have been occasions which the Anna DMK has taken one position in the Lok Sabha and another position in the Rajya Sabha. It is not uncommon. I have come to address this press conference in the PCC. I have no plans of meeting any Supremo. As far as I am concerned, the only Supremo I am meeting is Mr. Elangovan.
During Mann Ki Baat, Modi has told that the opposition are wrongly propagating about this land acquisition bill. It's against only for the farmers, but it is for the farmers, and we are framed based on that one. He has propagated also.
Mr. Modi's Mann Ki Baat.
Monkey. Manadin Kural, sir. Manadin Kural.
From my mind. Not monkey. Not monkey. Yeah. The Mann Ki Baat was completely false.
நீங்க தப்பா எழுதாதீங்க. இது ஹிந்தியில அர்த்தம் வேற.
Purposely asked.
By saying this, you're ensuring that they will get it wrong. The entire Mann Ki Baat, whatever Mr. Modi said on land acquisition, is false. Is completely without facts, factual basis. I have given you the 5. That is why I gave you those 5 reasons. Mrs. Gandhi, our Congress President, has written a 6-page letter to Mr. Gadkari in response to a letter that she received, where she has completely demolished the Mann Ki Baat.
Though land acquisition bill is a big problem for our farmers, but there is a major problem of water source for the farming lands. Karnataka is in the process to build the dam.
I am not going to say anything on Meghalaya. Okay?
Sir,
I am not here to speak. I am not here. Anyone will speak on that. I am here to answer questions and give you information on the land acquisition amendments.
Sir, our president already condemned the central government for bringing emergency acts. But now central government is planning to bring the emergency act in this land acquisition. So what?
Oh, our president. What is president? Rashid. Oh, sorry. Yes, we are opposed to the manner in which these amendments were made, and we were also opposed to the substance of the amendments. Yes, the president was unhappy that the ordinance was being issued. But the government issued the ordinance without any discussion, without any debate. That is why I said the amendment is dictatorial both in nature as well as in the manner in which the amendments came. So I am not surprised that the President of India raised some objections to the manner in which the ordinance and the amendments were brought about. These amendments will benefit a few industrialists. It will benefit a few private builders. It will benefit all those who contributed to the BJP for the 2014 election campaign. It will not benefit the farmers. It will not benefit the farm labor. And our agitation is going to be both in Parliament and outside Parliament. We will continue with our political agitation.
அகில இந்திய கட்சியை பொறுத்தவரையில் இது போன்ற மாநில பிரச்சனைகளில் மாநிலத்தில் இருக்கின்ற காங்கிரஸ் கட்சி தான் அதுக்கு நடவடிக்கை எடுக்க முடியுமே தவிர அகில இந்திய காங்கிரஸ் கட்சி எடுக்க முடியாது என்பதை தெளிவாக சொல்லியிருக்கிறோம். ஆனால் தமிழ்நாட்டில் இருக்கின்ற காங்கிரஸ் கட்சி காவிரியின் குறுக்கே கர்நாடக அணை கட்டுவதை முழுமையாக எதிர்க்கிறோம். நேற்று கூட அந்த பந்தில் முழுமையாக கலந்து கொண்டோம். இனியும் அதை எப்படி தடுக்க வேண்டும் என்று எல்லா கட்சியும் விரும்புகிறார்களோ அவர்களோடு சேர்ந்து நாங்கள் செய்வோம். நேற்று பிரதம அமைச்சரை எம்பிக்கள் சந்தித்தார்கள். எம்பிக்கள் சந்திக்கும் போது காங்கிரஸ் கட்சியை சார்ந்த எம்பி சுதர்சன் ராஜசேகரன் செல்வர்கள் பத்திரிகையில் வந்தது. சுதர்சன் ராஜசேகரன் வெளிநாட்டில் பயணம் செய்து கொண்டிருக்கின்றார். ஆனால் எங்களுடைய கருத்து என்பது இதுதான், அணை கட்டுவதை நாங்கள் எதிர்ப்போம்.
Yes,
I can't hear you.
Soon you'll be here. Soon you'll be here.
That's a nice idea.